pick me up too. I know I can do it, but this time I'm waiting for you. I'm strong, so strong, but I've been strong for so long. Bearing my trials, just hold me a while.
Wonder.
Primo, I just put my team on.
Sitting with a very, very special guest. I'd rather you tell the audience who you are, what you do, and we'll get into how you do it in a second.
For sure. So my name is South North Southwest, or you could call me Val. I am a jazz trap singer out of the city. Grew up just north of it, actually. And I'm just out here dangling.
And so when we look at that name, what's that origin? What does that mean to you?
For sure. So like I said, my name's Val. So if you turn VAL into arrows, because all those letters are arrows, it's south, north, and southwest. So it's just a really complicated way to say a really easy name.
Yeah.
And I think that suits me.
Yeah, I say as well. And when you say it suits you, what do you mean?
I'm complicated. I'm not, even I like to throw in a lot of analogies and shit in my bars. Like you kind of got to think about some of the shit I say. I'm not gonna leave it simple, most of the time. So yeah, I feel like it suits me in that way. It's very unique. It's complicated, and I feel like that's me.
That's a way to open. Well, I definitely want to get into some of these complications, some of these bars, some of these plans. But kind of talk to me first. I always start with the roots. Where did we start? I'll actually turn this off. I think we had it up here. Maybe sit here real quick. Where did we start? Kind of what brought us to where you are now. I know you mentioned being there for 11 years. How did we get here? Kind of where did we start?
For sure. So when I first graduated high school, I was definitely doing some music, mostly just hooks and stuff for my homeboys. Like I grew up on 15 and Gratiot, so Mount Clemens, 15 Mile, all them guys. All the guys that rapped out there, I was hanging out with them, just working on songs with them in home studios. And then I got married and had my daughter, and I was like, I gotta figure my shit out, before I can really do this. And then I got into the cannabis industry, built my career, and got to a point where I was making enough money that I was like, let me invest in myself and spend my time how I want to, So I just been rocking.
I was wondering where we were when you brought up work. So we're in the cannabis industry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a grower in a cultivation facility. I also we're a vertical integrated company, so I also helped them open the retail in 2019. Built out a few of the departments there, and then came over and built out the grow and processing, and built out some of those departments too. And right now, yeah.
That's because I'm the business geek. I nerd out on those things.
Oh, I love it.
So you love work.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really busy right now, busier than I want to be. I like being busy. I don't mind 60 hours a week, but between music and then my corporate job, it's I'm pushing 100. That's too much.
Yeah.
So, I'll be happy when I want to get this a little further along. Obviously, this summer I plan on performing a lot, so I'm hoping to transition maybe a little bit out of that world, but I really enjoy it for sure.
Yeah, and I've been to talk about what's next. I mean, I've been just seeing, watching his page and watching your guys' page. You guys are everywhere, talking to everybody.
Amen.
I know it seems like you've been traveling a lot. How has that been? And it seems like you're networking. Meeting
Oh yeah, no, it's been awesome. We've been to Vegas, working with this dope artist Amir Major, who we got a track coming out with. It's a really cool club bop.
Yeah.
Then we went to LA a couple weeks later, fucking with Cannabis Talk 101, and that's really cool to be able to cross sec both my industries, doing their podcast. And then we were just in Houston working with that Mexican OT on the video for our new track coming out.
Man, and was that the guy that was singing?
What?
I know there was a guy singing, or is this a rapper?
Oh, he's a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, out of Houston. He's sick. He's crazy.
Mm.
The West Coast is all over him. Like dog is up there. I would say he's probably sitting in the same spot as like V's right now.
As far as like in
Maybe
his
more.
respective city.
Yeah, like maybe more. Honestly, like no, the whole West Coast is all over his ass, man. Like for real, yeah. And like he's Mexican, so like he hits the Hispanic crowd too. Like you've heard his shit.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you have. He does that. He like does them hard them. Like what did I do? Like he's like that
You
guy.
talking about the dude that was rapping with the chicken?
He be rapping with a chicken.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm not that out of touch. Okay, yeah.
He's the dude that be rapping with the chicken. I'm like,
That
honestly, it sounds like him. Like he's like a farm guy, you know. Like literally, he lives far away from the city.
I can't wait to see. So did you just? I know not to get too off topic, but are you like more so bars on that? Or are you more so singing on that?
I actually wrote the hook in Spanish, singing. My verse is like definitely a mix between the two. But yeah, the hook is like very like really nice, like smooth Spanish. Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, I usually I don't really, just like you, I'm busy right now, and I haven't really been listening to new music, really just either listening to mine or the people I interview.
Right.
Like here is where I really get to hear about, a lot of artists,
Hell
similar
yeah.
to like, I know Kid L and all the other podcasters. You get to really see what's going on, and to further that point, I wanted to get in your head as far as who you're listening to, just because I feel like I'm gonna have to add a lot of these people to my
For sure. I like I listen to like some Hispanic music. Nico Play is like my favorite guy who's like he does like really pretty like acoustic Spanish love songs. Indila is this French artist. I was just listening to her song on the way in. Something dance. It's really good. You should listen to that. Indila. Indila. Super sick. I love Wayne. Like I probably listen to Lil Wayne most of the time. I listen to Boldy James a lot. I was on a crazy Sueno kick for like a year. Oh my god, yeah. We got a couple tracks together. No, that's my homeboy. Him, his little brother Bert. Yeah, I fuck with all them guys. They're all really good people. Who else? Ludacris is one of my favorite rappers, and I feel like I definitely like get inspired by him, like especially when I like get more into like the rapping aspect of music. Like I like funny shit, yeah, or like Eminem. Like I really like a good murder, kill type of song. So yeah, God, I listen to everything though.
Yeah, that was very diverse.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause I can hear because I asked because you're the type of artist. It seems like it doesn't matter who you collab with. I can see you doing something Billy Ray Cyrus. I can see you going with, a Smino with Drake. It seems like you can really, you don't limit yourself. So like, is that coming from your inspiration? Is that something you try to do?
So I like my comfort zone is like my little like jazz hip hop pocket, right? Like I could just write that shit for days and days. But obviously like the way the industry is set up, I just kind of try, like, I'll just find the right beat that, like, I know that I can tap into a different pocket, maybe, but still have my sound, So it's just figuring that out. And I love, like, solving problems. So, like, that shit's fun for me. Like, I like to find, like, really complicated beats that, like, I'm like, I don't know how the fuck I'm about to write to this. And then figuring it out like a puzzle.
So what's that process? Because I mean, I'm a fellow. I have that on my LinkedIn bio, problem solver. Like that's same when it comes to like other things like sensors and stuff. And I write music, but not as much lately. For you, how is your process? How does it from start to finish? Because I know you worked with Rocky, and I had the chance. I can't wait to. I'm not doing music for a while, but once I'm doing it. We'll drop this track, but she wrote the whole thing in the studio. So
yeah, she's like, she works every day.
It was just
all night. I swear to God.
That killed me. But walk me through your process. Are you,
I like to show up ready.
Okay.
Well, for the most part, I come with my lyrics ready. I usually don't have like the melodies down exactly how I want to sing it, but I have the structure set up. Like I'll shop beats for like a week straight and like just make little folders of like maybe this for this, maybe this for that, and then I'll go through those, do the ones that I want to do like right now, buy them, write to them, hit up my boy Ethan, mixed by Ethan, shout out him. Show up to the studio, lay that shit down. I usually don't spend more than like an hour per track. I try not to.
Like writing in just the whole thing?
Well, laying it down.
Okay,
So like laying down all my layers and shit. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, especially like I live like on the other side of the state running my weed shit, right? So I'm out here, me and my husband, all of our family is here. So we're here every weekend. So like it's chill, but yeah, so my studio's here. Like I never even looked out there honestly because I just don't be there when I'm off work. So yeah, so I just like because I'm only out here for a like short set of time every time. I'm like, yeah, like I only have 4 hours at the studio, and then I gotta shoot to this podcast or I gotta shoot to this video shoot, you know, all day.
I like that. And for you, I mean, it seems like you got a team. You know, a lot of people who are playing their role. Talk to me about management. Talk to me about the people who play a big role in this work.
So I'm managed by Jesus Smokes Entertainment. It's been incredible. We just really knock shit out together, honestly. Like, we're, like, partners in this shit in, like, a really unconventional way, I would say, as far as, like, management, artist relationship. But it works for us. And, yeah, like, we're just tackling everything project by project. Luckily, he has a really great network. I have a pretty good network myself, and we're just, like, constantly getting, like, tips and game from people. Like you said, like, we've been moving around. It's like everywhere we go, we meet somebody that, is beneficial to what we got going on. So, like, yeah, it's been really sick. Fuck.
And
have a good time.
So, the reason why I definitely want to talk about management, because I talked to your manager, and it was just so dope. Whenever I'm talking to managers, they're talking about themselves the whole time, all their accolades, everything that they've done, but the whole time it was just, artist, she's so dope. This is like I'm just like, how does it feel? I mean, because I know you, he from the phone call I could tell he loves what you do. He's very, passionate about what you do. How does it feel knowing you have someone, a whole person, a whole, force, working for you who believes in you like that?
No, absolutely. I wouldn't have got a manager unless it was similar to that. And, like, he wasn't even in music management when he became my manager. And honestly, he was acting as my manager before any type of, like, splits or anything were talked about, like, just off the love. So, like, it got to a point where I'm like, listen, dog, like, you're my manager. Like, we need to just make this official so we can, like, set up some shit, So then, like, that's what it was. But, like, yeah, it's great. I see a lot of people's managers out here moving just like you said. And then, like, nothing against them. Like, I care about myself a lot, too.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, do your shit. But, like, to me, like, that's not going to be the best way to approach things for everybody to grow accordingly. Like, you got to be the right amount of selfish and selfless, or, like, not even selfless, but just, like, know who's back to have and how hard you got to go for them if they're matching that,
Yeah, and I mean that was dope to hear. I was like, jealous.
A lot of people are. A lot of people are.
I never had a manager, but I've had people tell me they want to be my manager, and then in the trial run where you saw, he succeeded, then
right?
Maybe not so much. So it was cool to see somebody writing for you like that.
No, for sure.
But what's next for you guys? I mean, I know like that's probably a loaded question, but like in the short future, in the near future.
Yeah. So like I said, I got a couple Spanish fusion songs. So like the club one, and then the Mexican OT one. So like those are our next two big projects to drop. After that, we got something with Nisha Nashay coming out that I'm really excited about. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful R&B song. I got a track with Willie J. Peso coming out. That'll be sweet, like a little weed anthem. Yeah, just to hit the scene, yeah, shit's smooth. Everything's going good. We're just looking for onward and upward. I think that with dropping these next few projects, it's really gonna open a lot of doors for us. So we're kind of just waiting to go from there. I'm working on an album to try to drop this summer, but in the meantime, in between time, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to move around, see what we can get going.
Wow. And how was that last project? So, like, walk me through, I mean, I don't know, sometimes people don't like to share the process, because usually when it's an album that's like, when it gets really deep, sometimes the process is very vulnerable, but, Walk me through that last album and like how, just start to finish.
My last album that I dropped. So I like a good theme. I would say that album was very like my version of like Amy Winehouse-esque music. And like that's like kind of where I'm comfortable. So like dropping that, like a couple of those songs were about a friendship that I had go bad that I just really needed to get that out, and a couple of them were about drugs I used to do, or like one was about weed. So like it was really just like it was like a therapy album for me almost. So just like I said, it was really easy to write. So it's just like I would hear the beat and I would get the right subject for it, and then I would just flow. And it just so happened that like when I put them together, they were so cohesive. Here you go, have them.
Do you have someone that does A&R, or you kind of just, you just kind of...
Me and my homeboy, we're just moving through things. Yeah, we have people approach us for different aspects of A&R. Nothing's just sounded good yet,
If ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A lot of people, like he said, are just really out for themselves, and I feel like people are so good at getting over on like some people that they don't realize how easy it is to see through it when like you deal with people like them all the time, And in the weed world, like, it's corporate. Like, this is corporate America. Like, shit is wild, and there's a lot of narcissists around. You know what I mean? So like, for me, I just feel like I see through a lot of shit, and I'm just not really like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, if you're not bringing something substantial to the table, like, go eat your own pie.
Yeah. That's so. I know this probably is something that you've grown into, before just learning, from life and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Walk me through like when you first started like making music and like how it was compared to now.
So like that's okay. So when I was first making music, I never even thought, like people get in your head so hard about how it's hard to like break into the industry and stuff, And my cousin actually said this other day, and I was like, this is the best quote ever. Like, a dream is only a dream until you start working towards that, and then it becomes a goal. You know what I mean? And that's where people fall off. Like, if people think it's hard, it's because they're not trying as well as they could be. Like, even myself, like, I know part of the reason that I'm not further along as I could be, because I'm not like on top of my content shit. Like, I'm not on social media, like doing reels and TikToks and shit every day. Like, I don't never post myself singing shit, honestly. Like, and it's because I'm busy, but like, I know that like that is one of the things that's going to take me to the next level. Yeah. I'm just fucking not doing it, And it's like,
you're proving concept, because usually, what happens is people just go, I'm just going to post a bunch of reels all day, but first you have to figure out what people gravitate towards.
Absolutely.
At this point, we figured out, every time you do, there's a bunch of engagement. It's just,
right.
If we were to do it like LaRussell just was talking about it on his I'm not sure if he's podcasting, but it seems like people just record his whole life.
Yeah,
but he was talking about the fact that he went from, there you have 30 days in a month, and he's like, people who post, 4 times a month, you missed out 26 chances to change your life, basically.
All day.
And it's like, I can see that for some people, but that's why I think everything happens for a reason. Because like, I feel like the moment that you do, you'll be ready. Right now, with the busyness that you have going on, who's to say that you can handle all the phone calls and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I do feel good about the fact that like my catalog is just building. You know what I mean? And sure. I know that like something's gonna bump me soon. You know what I mean? I can just feel it. So like I feel really good that I'm in that position where like I have a couple albums, a couple EPs, tons of like singles that like as soon as I do fucking flip that switch, it's on.
And I can see networking has played a big part. Just even being able to incorporate clothing, and fashion and things like that. Walk me through like your look on fashion and like how that inspires maybe music or just even how you move.
Honestly, I approach clothes like a lot of the same way that I do music, except for maybe I don't really, like my comfort zone is literally just comfort. Like I like to wear sweatsuits 90% of the time. But fuck, I dress like every type of way. Like some days I might look gothic, like some days I like I wear a lot of baggy pants, like baggy jeans. Like I really like that, like early 2000s, Aaliyah, like. Yeah, exactly. So, like, man, I be jumping all over the place. When we were in Texas, I really felt like I was a real cowboy. I had that hat on, and I was like, this is me. Like, I don't know where I've been at, but I need 4 horses named beautiful names. I don't know, some French shit or something. And I need them right now in a farm that's mine. I need some gator fucking cowboy boots. I need it all. Like I just like I love fashion. I like just like melding into shit, and I like exploring shit. You know what I mean? I love all the different cultures, and like fuck, I love like I used to do catering at like Indian weddings and shit. Like them bitches dress, and the men. Like oh my god, they floss so fucking hard. So like I love that shit. Like I wish, you know what I mean? Like I wish I could wear everything. Like I fucking love a fucking good kimono. Like get out of here. Yeah, I would wear anything, honestly. Like if the weather wasn't so crazy, I would just be wearing everybody's shit all the time.
So for you, what's the dopest, what's the best clothing brand out right now?
I really love Beyonce. I try to grab a couple things from every like Ivy Park collection she drops, but like that feeds into like I like to be comfortable. Outside of that, like I don't know, I appreciate a lot of designers. I don't.
That wasn't purpose.
Look, tripping. Obviously, Jesus smokes. But like shit, what's understood don't need to be said. Yeah, no, all day. I mean, that's absolutely taps into like me wanting to be comfortable. Dude, I wear Jesus smokes like every day. Like he's about to give me a couple more sweatsuits. I don't know if there's gonna be any days I'm not wearing Jesus smokes. Like honestly, no, yeah, all day. He's actually got some new shit dropping too, so that's fucking super hard.
I mean, what's been that process? I mean, it's like now I don't know exactly when. Like we'll have to, interview him and figure out that too. But
good luck.
But for you, like I don't know when the clothes started, but I don't know if it like came. But what I want to figure out is how do you go from, or how was it going from? Oh, he's giving you your flowers, he's pushing you, and now you're able to like return the favor with like wearing his clothes and things like that.
I mean, I feel like that was kind of the plan from the beginning, So the way that we met, actually, I accidentally stole his videographer that he was going to use for a giveaway he was doing at a big show. And Dog was shooting my video, and we went over, like, time. And he hit him up and was like, hey, I'm not going to make it. And he was pissed. Like, Jesus smokes, he was pissed. And he was like, I'm wait for this video to come out so I can see who the fuck this was that fucked my night up, you know what I mean? And then it came out, and it was my track in Epsigos, if you heard it. It's a real smooth, like, jazzy track. And he was like, oh, I love this. Like, yeah, I love this. He's like, I'm mad I wasn't there. Like, I should have dressed her for this video. So he hit me up and said all that. And I'm like, well, like, I got these 2 shoots coming up. And so then he ended up coming and dressing me for both of those shoots in the same day. My videographer happened to go to jail for the second video, so he called Kiefer up from Stash House and got him to come in the super clutch, shoot the fucking second video. I think it's one of my best videos, and it's definitely one of my most popular songs for Cream. That's how Rocky found me, So like, that was like my intro to like Detroit. I feel like Sada Baby counted on it saying he like fucked with it, and then like everybody came, So
we do that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that shit feels good for sure.
So once Detroit got into play, or not to say it wasn't in the play before, but like once it did, we started getting in contact with.
I mean, I'm still in a fight with the city trying to love me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get there. I don't give up. And I'm one of the people that is also like hard to get. Like as a fucking Detroiter. So like, I understand both ends. I'm gonna keep trying though. I'm gonna keep trying. It's a love-hate thing.
For that, my co-host Rose, he on camera he told me the city's not gonna like you. Like he recorded me. Like I'm like, I'm gonna get over there too, because it was like I'm moving into like pop and R&B's because that's my place. But I wanted to get into that collab with Rocky real quick, just how that was, how it was working. For you, do you guys have any other plans? Like kind of talking
Yeah, we're definitely gonna work together again. She's been really busy and I've been really busy, but no, she's such a sweet soul, and I never had somebody so immediately like try to look out for me. You know what I mean? The people I met through her, fucking Maury Corey is like one of my biggest supporters right now. Fucking DTC Vibe, we got a track together. Yeah, like I met a lot of people through her, even just like her close friends, like Into Wish, like her homegirl, crazy rapper too. You know, she's got crazy bars. Just everybody around her is like really nice, genuine people. Yeah, I can't say nothing but great things about Rocky. Honestly, just working with her and everything. Yeah.
Anytime someone works with her.
No, she fed me liquor. She
Yes,
fucking it was a great drink too. She like made me a mixed drink. It was awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. And I did wanna, cause I know you do also sing, you know, a lot as well. And I always want to get to the roots of. Did you take choir when we were in school?
Yeah, I was in church choir. I did school choir. I did like musicals and stuff. I sang the anthem at the football games. Like, yeah, and I actually used to be a first soprano before I got so heavy into Newport hundreds. But yeah, so I used to be like, and it's because I'm 6 feet tall almost. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I was like the tallest person singing the highest notes. It never made sense, but. But it worked. I really like singing opera too. Maybe one day I'll quit smoking cigarettes and get back in that bag. But I'm liking the raspy shit for now.
I mean, it definitely gives. I mean, I would wonder how you sounded before, but yeah, it definitely.
I mean, my voice ain't that different. I just like can't sing as high.
Okay, I got you.
Honestly, yeah. Maybe I'm a little scratchier right now because I'm sleepy, but.
Yeah, I used to be a tenor, and I was like in a talent show, and it was like singing "I Want You Back" by Jackson 5.
Hell yeah!
Like a baby voice. And now trying to sing, because singing was what I wanted to do. But
yeah.
I was forced to kind of go into like rapping because this happened, and I'm like, it's hard to adjust. I know you mentioned you had a small adjustment, but like, how was it adjusting?
I just embraced it. Okay. Honestly, like I like jazz. Like I played trumpet for 11 years too, and I was in jazz band. So like I always like jazz, and like jazz is really good for shit like that. Whereas like you just do what you can, you know what I mean? As long as it sounds good and it feels good, like you're fucking doing it. So I didn't really like. Do I feel sad sometimes? Think about like, man, I wish I could hit them notes above the staff, but like. I can sing lower now. Like I was able to expand my lower range, and honestly, like that shit's way less utilized to be impressive, you know. And I already have a pretty deep voice, and it's sultry. So like when I do my lower note songs, like that shit is sexy. Like
it's hard to do too. Not many
exactly.
Most people who can sing high. Most people can't sing low.
Exactly.
Even I have a deep voice, and it's like I'm still trying to learn how to use it.
For sure. I mean, and you got to work at it. Like you got to exercise it to like even get them notes solid and shit. Yeah, but I like it. I like being different. You know, like I always been taller than everyone. You know, like I've always stood out. I've always had like different hair colors. Yeah, like I'm big. Like I'm big on the inside and the outside. So like I'm just like, and I'm real like. I don't know, when bad shit happens, I'm just like, there ain't shit I could do. If there's not shit I could do, there's not shit I could do. I'm gonna just go with it.
You know, I was gonna get to something else, but to open up on that, because this is me, you know, actually trying to learn right now. Because I'm the type of person when bad shit happens, everyone knows. Like I wear it on my sleeve. Like people can feel it. For you, how do you, not to say hide it, but like how do you maintain that stoicism during it?
Listen, it's just acceptance. Like at the end of the day, like. This is what life is. Like, you're going to get shit thrown at you all the time. Like, you're about to be eating shit for the rest of your days. Like, in one way or another. Like, the sooner you can get comfortable scooping that shit into your mouth and fucking swallowing it, the more you're going to adjust to it. And then the more you're going to appreciate when you're eating fucking ice cream. You know what I mean? Like, it's just eating it. And, like I said, like, if you can't do shit about it right in that second, like, think about it for what? Like, you're only hurting yourself more. Like, if it fucked you up, whatever the situation is, fucked you up, like, why are you trying to fuck yourself up more? Like, that's a fucking double play against yourself. That's crazy.
That's facts.
Yeah, man.
It's a mental game. So, okay. So, what I wanted to, because I know you said, you know, you started off singing young, and I know you said now most of your stuff is jazz. Do you prefer to sing? Do you prefer to rap? Like, which one is like
I would call myself a singer. I don't think I would call myself a rapper. I wish. I wish I could call myself a rapper. There's just like so many people like I can't freestyle. You know what I mean? Like I can't like I'm not.
You're more calculated though, like you said.
It's just different. Yeah, it's just a different world, and I don't ever want to like put myself into that category. Maybe that's just like me not like maybe that's like an insecurity or self consciousness, but like I just feel like I'm good at doing hair, right? But like I've never tried to go into that because I have friends that like that is their art. Like they have that passion for that. And I would say that like my passion is not rapping. Like but my passion is just making music in general. So it really just depends on the beat, you know, of like how it takes me. Cause like I got one song, The Pillage of 97 Part 2, where like I knew I had to sing the hook, but I knew that like singing wouldn't sound good on the verses. Like I just knew, you know, and I tried. Or a lot of the times I'll like be writing and it'll come out as rap bars, but I know that like I just like I don't sound as good rapping. Like I don't sound. It's less believable.
Less believable. Yeah, I like anything melodic. Like I don't really like if it's rap, straight rap has to be like an Eminem type thing.
Right.
You can't because you gotta be.
And honestly, it's easier to write singing songs. I'm like,
okay,
way less words. Like I'm just saying.
Bored. You get to just you can just say the same thing the whole song and just change the way you're singing.
Exactly. Like I've dead ass stretched out 4 bars with like 3 words. So just like, yep. And then what are you gonna do? Nothing.
Because I sound beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna put harmonies on this bitch. You won't even know. You don't even know how many words I sang. Exactly.
Are you comfortable sharing any vocalizations with us? Any bars? Any singing bars with us?
Interesting. Yeah. Let me think.
Or do you usually prefer when? Because I know I don't like singing for nobody, even though I can sing a little bit. But do you prefer when you do sing for people to sing someone else's song or to sing one of yours?
I'm not like into covers really. I'm trying to do better at it though, because I know that like that's part of like the social media thing. Like people like that, you know, like the covers and the remixes are like.
It shows, even though you're doing someone else's thing, it shows your individuality because they see
in
how
doing
you
it. Yeah, like I don't know if you saw my Wayne cover for I'm Raw, but I love it.
Okay, I need to get into that.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
'Cause I hear Wayne a lot when you do like when you get into that rap bag. I do hear Wayne.
Yeah, I feel like I'm Lil Wayne.
Like
I do.
Mentally. So okay, do you have a particular song you think?
I'm
gonna put you on the spot. But
yeah,
I'm interested to hear it raw.
Let me see. I'll give you a hook, or I'll give you a verse and hook. Okay. This is not dropped, and it's just like a nice, pretty song that I think is relatable. My dreams got in the way last night, and I wanted to avoid a fight. And I've been praying you might keep things light, but the inevitable passive-aggressive stares becoming more than I can bear. Can't I just go back to sleep? Last night I had a dream that you were something I could keep, someone I could show my deepest, darkest parts. And when the show ended, you showed me my art. Sometimes could you pick me up too? I know I can do it, but this time I'm waiting for you. I'm strong, so strong, but I've been strong for so long. Bearing my trials, just hold me a while.
Yeah. That's not. Oh, why? Why? Oh,
it's coming, for sure.
Man.
That'll probably be on the album.
Oh, man. No, it would be disrespectful to your singing side if you called yourself a rapper. That's a wow. Okay. So yeah, we don't really care about the cigarettes. Yeah. If it's about health, sure, okay, maybe.
I
But
know,
with the
right?
singing,
I'll cut back. I'll cut back.
Okay, sure. But
Look.
the singing, we're good there. So wow. So I see why you ride like you do. You know, like it would be dumb not to. So. Wow, you got me kind of forgetting what's even next. So for you, sheesh. So you write it. This is all you write everything.
Oh, definitely. Wow. Yeah.
So it's not going to be just a million people in the credits, after the
song's over. Nope.
I love when I see like a really artist who sings like that, and then on Apple Music after the lyrics, it's just boom.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, so. Is that something you plan to keep it that way? Because I know now the busier people get,
I've got like no interest in singing anybody else's bars. Like unless it's like for Rocky's situation where she was like she told me she wrote it and she's like in her notes when she was writing it she was like Amy Winehouse voice. Yeah, and then like when my song Cream came out, she was like, "Listen, I had this song and I literally wrote that I was looking for your voice." And so then she sent it to me, and the way she sang it was like the way that I sang it almost exactly because I just like it felt right, like it just needed like that, like the complimentary voice, So yeah.
That's gotta be.
Yeah, so I'll do like if somebody writes a hook, I'll sing their hook or something, but like I'm not getting on somebody's song with a verse they wrote.
Yeah. No.
Like.
So you have enough written and like unreleased to like be fine even as you give it.
Dude, I'll write a song in like a couple hours. Yeah, for me, the longest thing is finding beats that I want to fuck with. Like, that's the hardest part, especially, and then I got to deal with producers, Like, I'm lucky enough now that I got a couple producers that I really fuck with, but they're for specific sounds that are, like, more in my comfort pocket. So, like, when I'm looking for, like, a club banger, fucking, like, maybe I want to get, like, a Erykah Badu style beat or something, I still got to go on, like, BeatStars and then... Yeah. Shop shit that I feel like I can afford or like talk to the producer and be like, all right, what are you gonna give me this exclusive for? And sometimes I'll be like 5 bands and it's just like, dog, like all your other shit is trash. Like, like this is the only good beat you got. If we could do something with it, like. But I'm definitely meeting a lot more producers that are like down to just like work off splits and shit. So that fucking helps.
Right. And it's like when you have that, they're gonna be dumb not to.
Exactly.
So, it sucks that we're in this day and age where like that, because back in the day, that somebody hears that, it was like, oh, let's go make it rich. What's the point? But like now, everybody's so accessible. Now it's like we have to work so hard. Do you ever get discouraged? Like when it comes to, like you say, you feel like you can be farther along. Obviously, it's inevitable. But does because I know you're a person who it sounds like you're very stoic in moments of adversity, but do you ever have moments where you think about, the fact how it used to be a little easier and now it's like... I think
everyone, like, reaches their limits sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes the sky is falling for anyone. I just think that I've really worked on, like, training myself to, like, have a really high limit for, like, that to happen. So... Yeah, dude, I'm just like floating through this shit. I'm grateful for every day. You know what I mean? Like I'm grateful to be here. I'm fucking grateful to have a car that can drive me across the state. Like I'm grateful to have a well-paying job and a wonderful family. I fucking have a beautiful golden retriever. Like I'm just grateful everything that I have every day. Yeah. My beautiful daughter, her name's Calliope. She's perfect in every way. Beautiful voice.
I knew it had something.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow. Okay. How does she?
10. Yep.
Is she like involved? Like, does she, hear the song?
Yo, she would not fucking come with me today. She don't give a shit. She'd be like, I'm not trying to brag. I'm like, dear friends know that I make music. She's like, I don't tell people you're famous. And I was like, okay, like you called me famous, so it's a compliment, but also like you made it feel like a diss. Like,
oh man.
Yeah.
So do you see her getting into the music or going down?
She's a really talented artist. She draws and paints. Wow. Yeah, and she like every year she gets better and better. She's really into drawing like anime characters right now, which is I feel like how all the greats start, like that I grew up with.
Cover art or something.
Oh my god, that's actually a great idea. Yeah, I'm gonna get her on it. I'm gonna get her on it ASAP. Watch, my next album, art by Calliope Woodall.
Oh,
look.
That's a hard. You gave
that's hard
great
as fuck.
name to go and have a great legacy.
Yeah,
like.
Calliope Valentina Woodall. I know. She sounds rich, don't she?
She sounds
Give
like
me a couple years. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
like,
She finna have a trust fund. Just give me a beat.
some guy, there's gonna be a guy, guys with that tattoo. Just like that's gonna...
Hopefully multiple. Just kidding. I'm like, don't let my husband hear that. None.
That's just
Hopefully she's a nun.
right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, like you said there's there's so many complications. You do a lot, and you have so many like different lives. It looks like, or just different hats.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, so, what is your? I'll ask them out this. It seems like rhetorical. What is your favorite hat that you wear?
Like I said, I'm just grateful for all of them. I'm grateful. This is in the top, but yeah, mother and wife. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, I don't feel like I'm not the most maternal person in the world. You know what I mean? There's women that feel like they were born to be like homemakers, and that's not me, But I think that I'm a really good role model, and I'm so full of love, Like, I'm not a traditional mom, but like I'm also like not the cool mom either, necessarily, Yeah, I try to. Like, that's my little homegirl, but like also she's like my hater too. So like I don't know, we're at a weird phase.
Yeah, I mean, Tim, getting into like, cause I know 13 is probably like the hardest age it seems like to deal with a girl. So I'm like,
it's just like when puberty starts, like whatever age that is, and she's there. So like, yeah, it's like the hormones in chicken or something are making kids start puberty earlier. Whatever it is, yeah, preteen is the new teen as far as girls' attitudes go. Terrible time. Plus, they be doing weird shit. She's in 4th grade. Like, last week she came on, she was like, yeah, me and my friends, we drew one of those star-crossed things. And I'm like, what type of satanic shit? And she's like, yeah, and we were sacrificing each other to the apple god. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, please stop. Please don't do that anymore. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's, we have the terrible twos, and then it's like, right when they have puberty, and then it's like right when it's time to move out. I feel like I'm not.
Yeah, then you can be real friends with them.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah, because then they start to, once the kid starts to realize that you were right, it's gonna, you start.
See, I never realized my mom was right, but I did grow to appreciate how much she loved me. My mom was very strict. I grew up in a very fucking Catholic household. Like, my curfew was 10 p.m. I couldn't hang out with my friends and go to parties. Like, but I'm glad, because like I was already a bad kid. Like, if I didn't have enough rules, like I would have been in jail.
Yeah,
more than I already was dealing with the law. So.
Well, I mean, I like to hear it all. It sounds like like you say, you're very grateful. You got a lot of things going on, and I want to end with, for you, I want to talk about obviously what's next, but before I get into what's next specifically, what's next? Who are we looking to work with?
I really want to work with Lil Wayne, and I want to start fucking with more girls in the city. I just told Snapdog yesterday, like, Pretty Brea is definitely on my list. Nisha and Shay was at the top, but we already got some shit in the works with her. So, yeah, no, it's so good. It's so good. It's such a nice song. Like, she really killed it when I sent it over to her. Yeah, and we just finished it. My engineer is actually, like, wrapping up the master right now. So it's just a matter of getting the video shot and executing it. So, yeah, Lil Wayne. That's, like, my biggest. I'm coming for him.
Lil Wayne is the collab.
Yeah.
Girls in the city. Any specific girls in the city, or just?
Like I said, Pretty Brea, Vay Vanilla. Like, I fuck with all of them. I fuck with all the new girls that are bopping around. Like Rocky's homegirl, Into Wish. Like, I'm definitely trying to get a track in with her. I actually have a song that I want her and Rocky on. So it's just a matter of they're so like. All of us are so busy. Like, these entrepreneurial women are so about their business that it's really hard to tie them down for shit. So, yeah, when I can catch one, I will.
We text, she responds to the text once every 3 weeks.
I know, I swear.
You text her, and then, like, you got her attention. That's why on that day that she respond, you got capitalized. Just
I know.
Even with, me and him have just been, like, bouncing around for the last few weeks.
For sure.
This busy life, but what do you want to leave everybody with? I know you do so much, and you do it well. What do you want to leave everybody with? I mean, I know could probably be a mentor to a lot of these young artists coming out. What do you have any advice for people trying to go down similar paths?
For sure. Don't sign a shitty deal. People lie. People are liars.
Right.
Don't believe them. I might be lying, so maybe you should believe people. You don't know. Stay suspicious. That's what I'm
Double
doing.
cover lights me now. Any high is my libido. On 7 Mile pushing 80 like the Vito. Cause she sent some pics without her T on. Which tells me I need to be